What's up, man? It's Bezo803 on all that social media. And we got a legendary brother in the building right now, young R&B artist. You know, seen this guy a few years back, and I was like, man, he got that flavor, and always kept in touch with him. He's back to work now. You know, he never stopped working, but he got some fire right now.
Never stop.
And we sitting down for an exclusive interview. Everybody out there, man, who's tuned in, say hello to Phaymus.
Yo, South Carolina, what they do? What up?
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
All right. Glad you're in the building, man.
It's an honor to be here.
Definitely, man. You know, I met you a few years back. I can't remember the event, but I think I was DJing and you was performing. I think it was something Jalissa was doing.
Yeah, you know what? Funny thing, that's my sister.
Okay,
so,
yeah, that is. Yeah, right. That's your
so,
sister. I don't know what type of event it was, but you was doing your thing. And I was like,
I think it was the Soulful Therapy event.
She had
Ollie Caldwell come out there.
Yeah. That joint was amazing.
Listen,
man.
That was an experience.
Yeah, that was it. She knew how to put on the show.
She know how to put on the show.
Man,
she knows how to put on the show, and you know what? That really opened my eyes to the singers out there that really don't get a lot of recognition for what they do.
Yeah.
You know, vocal powerhouse, man.
Yeah.
It was truly a good night.
I felt like I love my city, but I felt like I wasn't even in my city that night.
You know what?
It was magical.
The atmosphere was definitely cosmic.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
Yeah.
Cosmic, yeah.
I got those pictures in my phone, and sometimes certain events that I've been a part of, I go back and just reminisce on them, man.
You know what? Since you said that, it's like, you know, a lot of people say Bezo that guy. Me, I know that.
That's what they saying. Come on, man.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But I know that. I already know that.
Yeah.
You be every time you working, man. Like whether it's in the studio or you out there promoting other businesses, man. Listen, shout outs to Bezo.
Hey, man. Hey, appreciate it, brother. But you know, we here to talk about you today, man. You know, and like I said, when I met you, I was like, the kid is special. You know, the young man is special. You got some great records, and I always kept in. Every once in a while, I hit you like on the gram.
Oh yeah,
like bro's going on with the music. So to know that you know you here now, you got a new record we're gonna talk about later. It's a blessing to see you, man, and I'm glad that you know you here right now, man.
Yes,
so let's get into it first of all.
All
you know, Phaymus. You know, we don't gotta say your government name, but before Phaymus, you know, before you got that name, we're gonna see why you got that name. Where are you from, and how was it growing up? Where are you from?
Man. Okay, so Phaymus, that was actually a nickname that was given to me in high school.
Okay.
It was in high school, and back then, that's when I started taking music seriously.
Well, let's back it all the way back. Let's back it all the way up to just, you know, how was it coming up, where you're from, and where are you from?
Okay, well,
let's start from there.
I am originally from Florida, born and raised, Hollywood, Broward County.
Florida. Okay.
Broward County, you know.
How was it over there? What's life like? What's a typical day like back then?
It was busy.
Yeah.
It was always busy. Everything was fast paced. You knew everybody. My idea of Hollywood was like a big version of Sumter.
Wow.
But the only thing is that everybody say Florida people crazy, and it's true. So, but no, for real though, growing up in Hollywood, everything was fast paced, and it just seemed there was a lot of energy everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
You know.
So what brought the transition over to Sumter?
Honestly, some life decisions. I have tried, you know, doing things my way in my life, and when things didn't pan out, I figured it was time for me to reset and get reconnected with the things that I love most. I used to come out to South Carolina, you know, visiting my pops and my family, and it was just so tranquil. Yeah, and that was a huge reset. So.
Okay, gotcha, man. That's love, man. So let's take it back to when you first, you know, got introduced to music. Of course, you do R&B, but you know we all grew up on hip hop. So let's talk about as a kid, as a youth. You know, what was your first introduction to music? Was your family? Do you got a family full of musicians, or in the church, or talk about your first introduction to music?
My first introduction to music was my mom playing Michael Jackson records. My mom was like the biggest Michael fan, so it started with that. But now, with that being said, I also grew up with, singing in the church.
Okay.
And everything. And the musician side of the family, that's from my dad's side.
Okay, gotcha.
So, listening to a mix between gospel and pop, she kind of kept me away from the R&B. So I ain't know about Tupac till I was in like the 5th grade. But it definitely started out with love for pop music. And I felt like I was awkward growing up because I would listen to pop, techno, anything that made me dance. Because Michael would dance, I feel like anything can make me dance.
Right.
My mom got me started on that. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And that's interesting, man. I didn't know what to expect, but I wouldn't expect you to say, pop and techno. That's,
it was different because in Florida, believe it or not, a lot of clubs are big on that techno stuff, the rave stuff.
Yeah.
Growing up, that's all you would hear mostly. But, I mean, hip-hop was still a factor, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, growing up for me, I'm high energy every time I do something.
Yeah.
So, techno, pop, all that was the foundation.
Gotcha. So, what would you say back then was, like, the first R&B record you heard, and you was like, I like whatever that is, I need to be doing that. I like that.
You know what? Usher, You Got It Bad. Usher, You Got It Bad.
Legendary. So I guess I don't have to ask you who you think going to win out of Usher and Chris Brown in a versus if it were to go down.
You know what? I want to plead the fifth on that.
Man.
If we were able to take
Your
shots.
introduction to R&B is Usher?
My introduction. Listen, because there's different avenues for that.
Okay.
Now, to my core, I'm gonna say Usher. If I'm gonna give you an honest answer, it's Usher. Because he's Usher.
Yeah.
This man, he's generational, and on top of that, this man is a vocal powerhouse.
Facts. And I mean, we don't want to get too deep on that, but I just come from that Usher era.
Yeah.
Even though I respect Chris and what he do.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so your first introduction is Usher.
Yeah.
You Got It Bad, legendary record. So at that point, you feel like, hey, whatever it is, I like it. Do you immediately start writing music, or what's the journey between that and then to a point where you say, I'm going to write music at this point?
Honestly, it was to just keep listening to see what more styles was out there. Because, you just can't you can't base everything off of the first thing you hear.
Yeah.
So You Got It Bad, it paved the way for me.
Yeah.
But listening to more Usher, even though he's one of my favorite R&B artists, listening to more of his older records, the record that made me want to, do me was Seduction. That is a sleeper song, and that song, it just set the tone for me.
Gotcha. So, did you start writing and recording right away, or was you first just writing music?
No, I was just singing. So
you just singing?
Yeah, just singing, and I didn't know what I was doing with it. I was just singing.
So was it a day where somebody was like, "Hey, that's you singing? You sound good," or you knew you had something from the jump?
I was gassed up. Like, oh man, you can sing. Like, what you doing with it? And I was like, I don't know, what should I be doing with it? I didn't know. I didn't know. I was naive to the music world.
Gotcha.
So I would just sing. I'd be at a gas station singing. For those that pass me at Walmart, I'd be singing in Walmart.
Yeah.
And I'd be singing on break at work and stuff like that now. So
I saw the video, man.
Yeah, you feel me?
Funny. So. Hey, man, but that's great, man. So at this point, you just singing. You like, I love this R&B thing.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start actually putting a pen to the paper and writing music?
Okay, it started for me in middle school. I started to write poetry because back then, like I said, different phases. LL Cool J was a moniker for me then.
Yeah.
He made it okay to write rap love songs.
Yeah.
So
LL.
Shout outs to LL because it was different then. So I would write poetries, and I have like a book full of it, different poems every day, and I would challenge myself. How can I write a different song and make it sound better than the last one?
Oh man, you versus you, man.
You versus you, or me versus me. Yeah.
That's what I like, man. So when did you start recording, or when did you feel like, hey, I'm ready to record? I started recording
when I was a sophomore in high school. This was still in Florida, so I started recording then, and then like shortly after that, I got with a bunch of guys that also sang in high school, and we formed a little R&B group.
Oh
and
man,
then,
what was the name of it?
Man, we were called Rhythm and Harmony.
Rhythm and Harmony.
Yeah,
that sounds like the old talent show days.
Listen, talent shows were shut down whenever Rhythm and Harmony was there, man. Yeah, man.
What was your favorite cover joint?
Honestly, anything Boys to Men. It was anything Boys to Men.
Was that because because back in the talent show days, everybody bust out with some Boys to Men.
Yeah.
As long as you could halfway get through it, it seemed like people just roll with it.
Yeah, no. See, you know what though? I'm gonna be honest.
Not y'all, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I remember going. I used to love going to talent shows, and it was always Boys to Men.
Always Boys to Men. Their catalog is crazy.
Yeah.
But back then, with the guys when we was in the group, I always had an ear for the harmony, the oohs and the ahs. So like, if we was gonna do a Boys to Men joint, we had to make sure we paid homage, and I made sure the boys was right.
Yeah. So name what Boys to Men. I mean, I know you said like a lot of them, but which one in particular that y'all probably won a talent show with?
It was probably Make Love to You. I'll Make Love to You. It was probably that one.
Got the little girls going crazy back then, back in the school days and all that.
Oh my God, that's my son. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So, what happened with the group? I mean,
life, man.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still great friends with all of them. Like everybody just went their own separate ways.
Gotcha.
And they're happy.
Okay.
That's the main thing. And we stay in touch. They ask me if I'm still writing. I say, y'all know I'm still doing that. I can't put that
down.
That
itch, man. It don't go away. It don't go away.
Yeah.
So after that, like you said, life happens. The group kind of disperses.
Yeah.
I take it that you just say, hey, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to pursue a solo career at this point. So talk about that time of life where you said, I'm going to pursue a solo career at this point. What's your state of mind? Are you afraid? Are you curious? What's that whole season like where you say, hey, I'm gonna be solo, I'm gonna pursue this thing? Did you jump in the studio and just start going crazy? Let's talk about it.
No, honestly, I continued to work more on my catalog because, again, diving into that, I didn't have complete access to go to a studio at any point in time.
Yeah.
And I figured that if I just worked on my pen game, by the time I get to the studio, I could do 3-4 tracks in an hour because it's ready.
Yeah.
It's ready. Every song.
Hey, man. Preparation is key.
It is because every song that I've ever written.
Y'all hear that? You hear that, man? If you don't have a studio at your disposal, you don't have time to come in there playing around. Have your joint memorized. Have your joint ready. Already practice it at the crib. Be ready, like my man Phaymus. I had to plug that in for the people that watch.
You know what? I appreciate that.
I ain't want to. I had sidebar on that. All right, so let's get back to it. So you perfecting your pen game, which is very important.
Yeah.
Did you take any vocal training or?
No. Honestly, I just relied on how it sounded in my ears.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when we were in the group, that's when I discovered how to play with my voice. I used to sing so plain, sound like the little boy in the choir that hits one note. Take your time, babe. Yeah. I used to do all of that, but once I figured out my style and my imagination, it helps create your flow. So I knew then that it was gonna take off once I developed my sound.
Right. That's dope, man. That's
dope. No vocal training. Everything is just self-taught.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Definitely love your music, man. I can't wait for people that haven't heard it to get on. We're gonna make sure they get on.
Oh man. Yeah, man. We gotta get something aware.
So you're recording music at this point.
Yeah.
And then you make your way to South Carolina. How's your journey at this point with music? Are you actually putting anything out? Are you doing any performing?
Yeah.
Cause you say you was getting your pen game right.
Right.
Then you get to the studio. What was the first? Matter of fact, let's back up for a minute. What was your first experience in the studio like?
Honestly,
if you can remember.
It was kind of intimidating because I'm in the studio with all these guys, and you don't know who got the most fire verse, the fire hook. You just new to the thing, and it's like, okay, what if I hit the wrong? I don't want to mess up, but I'm gonna look like I know what I'm doing though. I had to play the image. It showed me a lot of things that I would want to do and would not to do.
Gotcha.
When it's time for my session.
Gotcha.
A lot of personalities, a lot of egos, but for me, it was like a learning experience to develop as an artist because you want your session to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I was not comfortable the first time. But you know,
so let's fast forward to your first time in the studio as a solo artist.
All right.
If you can remember that date.
For that, yeah, it was actually when I was working on my first project that I dropped, Rare Volume 1.
Okay, Rare Volume 1. If y'all want to go back, check out that.
Yeah, streaming, all platforms. Check it out.
Yep. What year is this when you start working on this record?
I started working on the project at 2018.
Okay, 2018.
2018 is when I started working with Lakim.
Okay,
Golden Gram
big
Productions.
shout, big shout, Lakim, Golden Gram.
Yes, sir.
Got to get him on here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And honestly, like how I said, preparation, made it easier to work with. He loved how I was like on point with everything that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
We listened to each other. You know.
Yeah.
That's the
so
biggest
it's very
key.
important to have a good engineer, man.
Very important, but it's also more important for the artist to already know where they want it.
Yeah.
How they want the track to sound.
Mm-hmm.
It makes your engineer's job so much easier.
Yeah.
But you also just want to make sure you're on point with it.
Yeah.
You know, you spending money.
Yeah,
you spending money.
Definitely.
You want it right.
Sidebar real quick. I want to know. We telling your story. We telling your journey. How did you and Lakim Golden Grounds even connect?
You know what? I met Lakim through Sam. His name is Sam, and we worked together.
Okay, one of your coworkers. Right.
Yeah, and he actually go by Glory. He's actually featured on my single.
Okay.
And you know, ever since then we've been connected, and it's been a brotherhood ever since.
Yeah, man. Lakim put a lot of work in, man.
Oh yeah.
Good quality sound. So at this point you're recording. You know, like linked up with Lakim. What's the experiences like? What's your writing process like? You know. Did you know you was preparing for an album, or you just was recording at this point?
I knew I was. I just didn't have a name for the project until I did more digging, self-evaluations of my, you know, what I like to put out there. Rare stands for real. Shit, I can't remember what I said. Rare for.
That's all good, man.
Real art, raw emotions. Real art. Raw emotions. That's what Rare is for.
Okay, good. That's dope.
And because I love to make feel good music on every aspect, that was the sole drive for that.
Okay.
And Lakim made that come to life.
Ah, man, that's dope. That's dope, man. So, you know, as an artist, who do you feel like who influences your style of anybody?
Ooh. Can I give a few
who you
names?
probably pulled a few pieces from? Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, all right. Starting out, we already know Usher. Eric Bellinger. Eric Bellinger, EB. Another one. This is a big one because Devon Terrell. I don't know if anybody's heard that name before.
I haven't. I'm about to do my homework now.
Devon Terrell.
Terrell.
I've been following this man for years. He's indie. He's an independent artist.
Okay.
But when I say that this man is beyond talented, and that challenged me to tell my story in a different way, or just write stories. So,
that's what's up, man.
You know, it was real pivotal listening to that. Chris Brown was another one.
CB.
And I'm gonna have to say LMA.
Wow. LMA. Hey, LMA is dope, man.
She's fire.
Fire, man. I love LMA, man.
Man, but
you got those good feel-good date night records, man.
There you go. Right? Exactly. So I'm trying to join that wave. I'm trying to join that wave.
You on it, man. I love all the music and stuff, man. So, you know, you got the new project out. Any breakout singles on that people was giving, you know, a lot of energy towards that you can remember?
It started out with Aura. That was like the first track on the project. But then a lot of people started gravitating towards Better, with that got Glory on there as a feature.
What type of record is Better?
Better is more pop, feel good, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
can you give us a little bit of it, or you not?
I mean, you want me to sing a little bit? You want me to play?
Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? If not, we don't have to.
No, we'll come back to it.
All right,
we'll come back to it.
Yeah, it's all good. But, I'm gonna try. You know.
The next, the song that really stood out for a lot of people though was "I Know."
I know. Okay.
That was my most R&B type song, and I got the melody idea from Tank when he dropped "When We."
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got it from that, but I wanted to switch it up because I'm not going. even try to play with how Tank played with his voice. So I was gonna do
Big shout Tank, man.
Do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, man. Tank, man, he got a podcast now called The State of R&B, I think.
Yeah, R&B Money, something like that.
Yeah, R&B Money. Yeah, R&B Money.
Yeah, I thought that was clever though.
Yeah, it's hard, man. So, at this point in your career, you got a new album out.
Yeah.
You know, people are receiving it well. You got a few records on there. Everybody love. What was the next step after that? Did you put another project out, or you just dropping singles?
I'm currently going to drop singles. I kind of went on hiatus because, again, when I dropped Volume 1, what stopped me from getting the buzz was that I wasn't marketing the way I was supposed to. Mm-hmm. And as an independent artist, that's extremely tough because, I mean, you don't want to just keep paying for ads and doing this, trying to get yourself buzzing, and it looked like you're not getting any kind of playback.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So it was hard. It was discouraging. It still is, but don't stop creating because of that.
Never.
You know?
Never. There's always a way, man. You gotta figure it out.
And it's about who you know. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with the connections that I've made over the years, I don't like to waste nobody's time. I don't want to say, hey, I got a joint dropping this week, and you don't hear from me until 2 months later.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, you said you was gonna drop a track, and I ain't hear from you.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying? I don't like to go AWOL, but when I'm invested in the things that I do, and I keep in touch with the people, and I keep everybody looped in, it's on.
Like I said, man. You know, every once in a blue, I will hit you on the ground.
Oh yeah,
what's going on with the music, man?
Oh yeah.
You know, we'll chat for a minute, man. So I'm definitely glad you're here. I love all the records you sent me so far. I know the people gonna love as well.
Oh yeah.
So
I got a treat for them.
What single are we coming with first, man? Right now.
No Pressure.
No Pressure.
No Pressure. It's me featuring Glory Rhodes. Feel good music.
Yeah.
Everything that you want out of an R&B song is there to deliver, and
right, word.
It feels a little nostalgic.
And that's good, man.
Yeah.
I when I heard it, I really felt that way as well, man. But
yeah,
beautiful record, man. Definitely going to something to get us through the summertime and the fall.
Oh, man, it'll get you through any. You want to play that? You want to feel good? Play No Pressure.
Word.
It's dropping soon.
So do you have official date for it yet?
Not an official date yet. Not an official date.
We gotta get that date, man.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta let the people know, man.
Matter of fact,
when you come back, you gotta let us know.
You'll be the first to know.
All right.
As a matter of fact,
when you get the date, you gotta come back and let the people know, man.
Oh yeah.
So are you working on the album, or are you just gonna hit it with the singles right now?
I am working on the album, Volume 2,
okay.
Rare Volume 2.
Rare Volume 2. Sticking with the rare theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, real art, raw emotions. I remember.
Yeah, gotcha. That's all good, man.
No Pressure is going to be the joint that takes it off, but this is going to be a complete, total difference from what everyone's heard on Volume 1.
Yeah. What direction you going with this one?
Honestly, it's still about diversity, so that's going to be the main focus, my diversity.
Yeah.
But I also have songs where now you get to hear me vocalize the way I want to.
Okay.
You know.
Take it to a new level.
Yeah, I got to take it to a new level, but the pen game is still there.
Okay, gotcha, man.
I'm the type of person that even when I'm singing, I want you to paint whatever picture is in your mind from what you get from it.
Yeah.
It's about telling a story, not necessarily mine, but a story.
Gotcha, man. So, let's talk about R&B right now.
Okay.
There's a lot of controversy, about R&B. What's R&B, what's not R&B. What do you feel the state of R&B is right now, man? Is it in a good place to you?
I think it is, but it's not getting the love that it should be getting.
Yeah.
Now, like, if I could just go back for a minute, when you was talking about Chris Brown and Usher, Chris Brown, in my opinion, is the closest thing to a pop star. Like, he's a pop artist, in my opinion. You could do R&B, but like, if you want to be, you got that reference to Michael. Michael's pop. Michael was not R&B.
Yeah. Right.
People like Ella Mai, like I said, I think she's holding it down. Her, Lucky Day, for people that know him too. You got soulful sounds out there that's still holding it down.
Yeah.
But R&B has not been the same over the past decade, in my opinion.
So what you think happened? Your opinion, man.
I think everything started sounding the same. The big thing for me, it started out as a joke, but it ended up being a real thing. I miss when, singers used to grab the air when they were singing. They don't even do that no more. They just talking about, let me see you strip. And all that other stuff. I mean, I don't think it's genuine anymore. I think they're just trying to fill the void to get people listening. The beats jumping. I like it.
Yeah.
you know, but I miss the meaning behind music or the subliminal messages you don't catch right away.
Yeah, man. I know what you mean. I think a lot of R&B artists started kind of chasing that hip hop crowd a little bit.
There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that because I also like to do what I guess pop rap or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also like to let it be known that I sing. This is R&B to me.
But it used to be, to me, like my perspective, it used to be backwards. Like the hip hop, which is a fairly new genre,
Mm-hmm.
they would get a song moving, or they would work on a single, and they would want to get that hot R&B guy on the single.
Yeah.
And then it started switching up to where the hip hop started becoming more like melodic, and they wasn't really reaching out to the R&B guy no more.
Yeah.
And then the R&B guy started kind of doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. That's actually a good insight because, like I said, different phases.
Yeah.
Different phases. But just because you can rap on a song doesn't necessarily mean you should, or that it may not just be for you. I mean, I rap too, but I like to sing.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, I
your
get
boy
your
Trey
point.
Songz is one of them that really kind of just switched all the way up after a while.
But he's
still,
solid
he's
though.
still Trey though.
He's solid though. I mean, the fact that he can write and rap, he's solid. I will not lie. But
he do good with it.
But I mean,
I think he kind of led the charge though. I mean, everybody
so?
started. Yeah, because
yeah.
I think he kind of made it like, oh, we could do this too, and then everybody kind of started doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Trey Songz.
Yeah, big shout out to Trey Songz.
Yeah,
I mean, he does it well.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Definitely.
But so you working on a new single, man.
Okay.
We waiting for a day. Are you gonna shoot a video to it?
Yeah, and that's going to be shot by SC the Plug. Shout outs to SC the Plug.
Big shout SC the Plug. That's the homie right there, man. So what else can we expect from you? The fall is on the way. Winter on the way. Great time for R&B and good music. Well, always a good time for R&B and good music.
You know what?
What we can expect from you right now? You know the single's coming. You gonna give us a date on that?
Yeah. I got a real R&B treat for everybody. Like I said, it's feel good music. It goes to guys. You'll have an anthem. Ladies, you'll have your anthem. Yeah. It's just about feeling good. And you know what? If I happen to increase the population in Sumter because of my music, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I think you need to do like a small, like intimate setting concert show thing.
Listen, Weezo.
That should be dope.
So let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
I see that. I just see that. I see that with you, bro.
Let's make it happen. I'm down.
I mean, I'm talking like 50, 60 people.
Yeah.
Something real. You know what I mean?
Call them intimate pleasures. Call it intimate pleasures.
Got the name already.
Listen,
got the name already.
we could make it happen.
That'd be hard, bro.
I want get poets in there.
That'd be hard.
You want to do a sip
Set
and
the
paint.
vibe.
Set the vibe.
Yeah.
You want to do a fashion show. Cool.
Yeah,
y'all good with slow. Y'all good with R&B music. It ain't gotta be slow, but y'all good with R&B music.
Yeah, man. I'm tapped in. Like I said, man, been supporting for a while, man. And now that you ready to hit the button again, I'm definitely gonna do what I can to help the campaign.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's why when I hear your music, ideas just be coming to my head.
Man, I'm with it.
Yeah, man. But you want to plug your social media in?
Oh yeah, for sure. Y'all can follow me on IG at Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, PHAYME.
Word.
Also on Facebook, Brandon Eric, that's me. And on TikTok, Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, man. So before we get out of here,
All
I
right.
asked all my guests this right here. And you kind of ran down some names earlier, but I need to know the official tissue.
Okay.
Top 5 R&B artists of all time.
My top 5 all time.
All time.
Oof.
Top 5. No particular order.
All right.
No pressure, man.
All right. Do
No
they
pressure,
have to be?
man.
Do they have to be just R&B?
Well, you can do top 5 artists.
All right. Top 5.
Top
All
5
right.
artists.
Top 5. I'm gonna start with T-Pain.
T-Pain. Wow.
Usher. Chris Brown. Ella Mai. Devon Terrell.
Dang. Okay.
Honorable mention Eric Bellinger.
EB.
Yeah.
You seen that challenge they was doing? The
The
Usher joint. The EB started it.
He did.
Yeah, the run.
What? No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what started it for me with EB. When he was singing about McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
So I had to do that same video because he did it, and I was just like, "Yo,
I seen you did that.
that was hilarious to me."
You seen the Usher
His Tiny Desk
Yeah,
concert?
Tiny Desk concert.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah, well, it went. EB started the challenge before that,
Oh.
and then so
Oh.
all the singers. I'm surprised you missed it. All the singers and people that that everybody knows, celebrities.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing that run.
Yeah. Oh man.
But EB
see.
started it.
Nah.
it was dope, man. Because like I think Tank did it. I mean, a lot of celebrities was doing it as well.
I know. First off, I know not to play with Usher. I'm not even going to embarrass myself on the podcast like that. Give me some time now. If you talking like we said, this little Intimate Pleasures concert, oh, that's a different story.
All right, well, we're gonna set it up.
Set it up, yeah,
and
yeah.
we need you to do that.
I'm gonna get it nice and ready.
Cause I can see you doing a couple cover songs at that joint. Just maybe like 2 or 3 just to get us through the show.
Yeah, of course,
like
of course.
Dope.
Whatever you need,
That'll be hard, man.
Whatever you need, we can make it happen.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for coming
yes,
by,
sir,
my
definitely.
brother.
Yes, sir.
You get that date going. Any other news, anytime, man. You know your family. You can stop through anytime. Chop it up with us, man.
I will definitely be back.
We out. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, share.
Oh yeah.
And tune in to my man Phaymus. He got
Phaymus.
that rare part 2 on the way.
Part 2.
You know what's going on, man. What's the name of the single?
No Pressure.
Featuring
Glory Rose.
Glory Rose. Y'all check it out. We out, y'all. One.
Oh yeah.